burner, actually using the Bunsen burner, and then shutting everything down and making sure you're safe. So to prepare to use the Bunsen burner, I'm going to clear a 15-inch space around where this fire is of anything that's flammable in case something goes wrong, and sometimes it does. There's nothing near that will combust. So that's the first thing I do. Then I'm going to actually check my Bunsen burner. Sometimes when students are adjusting the amount of air that gets into the Bunsen burner by rotating this little sleeve here, they actually unscrew the Bunsen burner itself. So you want to make sure that the barrel is screwed in firmly to the base. And the only thing you're going to rotate is this little vent opening right down here. Then I'm going to inspect my hose for any cracks because I don't want any gas getting out. And actually Sebastian just did that for us. So all the hoses should be in good shape. Then I'm going to push the hose on as far as I can on the gas jet. And I want to make sure that this hose is can only take one sort of J-shaped formation. So I want to make sure that it sits firmly where I'm going to be working. And as you read, now I'm going to transition. And then most importantly, put on your goggles and then aprons if we're going to be using them. And I think we should be using them for this lab. Now you read about there are cool flames and there are hot flames. We always light with the cool flame, and then once we're lit, then we go ahead and turn it up to the hot flame. And the way we do that is by adjusting the amount of air that's getting to the flame with my little vent opening. So I'm going to turn my vent opening down to like half because I do need some gas going into the flame, otherwise it won't ignite. Because as you learn, oxygen is one of the reactants in this combustion of methane gas, which is in my gas jets. So then I turn on the gas. I turn it on full steam, and the way I know it's on is this lever is parallel with my gas jet. And when I turn it off, it's perpendicular. And actually you can have off in two positions. I can have off facing the window, or I can have off facing the board. Either way is off. So I'm going to turn it on, and you can already smell the gas, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm going to take my striker, and I'm going to put it at an angle over the top opening of my barrel of my burner, and I'm going to strike it once. I don't want to hear this in the room.
Whoa.
Because that means that something's wrong. One strike ought to do it. Now, sometimes there's a little flint in here. If you see that the flint is worn down, call me and I'll replace it with a new one. But if you're going, something's wrong, shut everything down, and think about, what am I doing wrong? Okay? Now, this is a cool flame. I want, like you read about, I want that nice blue cone, which is going to be the warmest part of my flame, and I want to hear it hiss. So be quiet. I'm going to open up my vent, and you'll hear the sound of the hot flame, I hope. Did you hear that? Cool flame, hissing hot flame. Okay, and do you see that blue cone? So that's where we're going to stick our salts. So this time we're not using electricity to excite the electrons inside of an atom. We're going to be using heat, infrared radiation, heat from the combustion of this gas. So what do you think about using Bunsen burners? Now are we done? Now we have to turn off the Bunsen burner. Now do we ever reach over the flame?
No.
I see people start to do that. Of course the heat stops them from doing that. So you never reach over the flame. I go back over to my gas. I turn it off. All the way. And then I return my vent to the half open so it's ready for the next person to use it.
Cool.
Questions? Concerns? No? All right, so it is now like 3 minutes out to breakfast. So I think for the last 3 minutes of class while we wait for breakfast, I handed out an assignment. We only have 7 salts whose flame tests we're going to record. And so while you're waiting, you will finish this very last page of our electrons, energy, and light, the extension questions. Is it homework?
No.
No, but I do need you to get it glued down in your comp book so you won't lose it. So I bought new glue, so we send one person over to the front of the room to get 2 glue sticks for your bins. And go ahead and glue this paper into your notebooks. Last thing for today. Thank you.